Capricorn, hi. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to do a weekly reading for May 11th, 2016. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Even if you're just into a Capricorn, it's cool. I'm going to start with an oracle. Let's start with a past life. See what comes up for Capricorn. This is for the highest, greatest good of everybody involved. Bring more clarity, more love, more personal intuition to your own situation. So see what resonates in you, in your story, in your surroundings, in your book, in your universe, Capricorn. I don't know everybody's story, but I can get basic energies and symbols and stories that can be translated into your own story if you tune in. So this is to help us both tune into our own spiritual channel, our own psychic awesome station that plays the music we groove to and dance to and tells us the right directions instead of the wrong ones. So wherever you look outside yourself, always do the double check here, okay? Inside the heart. And then clarity of mind. You want to connect them. That was a big theme in Sagittarius that I just did. And for some reason I wanted to mention that. And now that it's in front of me, Capricorn, when I went inside to grab the cards I wanted to use for you, this little guy jumped out of the Lenormand. So you have some luck that wanted to run away from its home and come with you. Or come with me to show you. So I'm going to show you that. Alright, more clarity for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. I hear a train. Maybe that. Is that a train? What is that? I have no idea what that is. Alright, what do we need to know for... There's been like target practice, birds, picnics, all kinds of fun stuff over here in the quiet. What do we need to know for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, or just curious. Highest, greatest good of everyone. Let's start this out. Farm. I was sort of just talking about that, wasn't I? So Capricorn. What in your life is connecting or not connecting to something like this? Animals. Responsibility. Daily tasks. Love. Chores. These animals are completely relying on you. If you don't show up the day and give them their horse food, they get mad. They start kicking their stalls way sooner to let you know they will find a way if you don't pay attention. So, you have to pay attention. You have to show love. You have to show compassion to these animals. And they give the horses, if you have horses, by the way, and you're into talking to animals, I highly suggest them as therapists. They listen really well, and I believe they totally understand what you say. They're big, beautiful animals, and for some reason they connect to man. When you sit on a horse and you ride a horse. I have a video, not when I was on it bareback, but we have a horse named Buddy. I had a little conversation one day about maybe him letting me on him bareback. Totally kidding around. And he turned around, backed his ass up into the stump I was standing on, and just got on him. I have a whole story about it. Maybe I'll connect it to this video. So I would not have done that on my own had he not have actually heard the conversation I was saying to him and listened. Because before he had his front to me on the other side, I was just messing around with my horse. I was like, buddy, what do you want me to do? Just jump over her head? I couldn't do it like that. I wouldn't know what to do. And I'm just a little girl. I pretend I'm pretty badass, but in the end, you're a big horse. And I'm just a little girl in the end, and I would need you to work with me. And he literally walks around to the other side of the stump, backs his ass up into me. And I was like, what? He's right here, because I was standing way high on a stump. This story might be important to you. I'm going to go with it. So I was like, just got on. And when you're on a horse, especially bareback, I didn't even have any reins. I just held his hair. And we were inside of the fenced area, so we weren't going to go far. He eventually did run into his stall. But The connection with him is you literally sinking down, breathing, relaxing, and allowing that connection into the animal. And you kind of become one. You know, when you ride, you have to ride with them. You can't ride against them. So, horses, nature, maybe you need to go to nature, Capricorn. If you're a city, maybe you need to find a park. Maybe you need to get an animal. If you haven't ever had an animal, maybe you're thinking about it, maybe you should get one. You know, they give you unconditional love and you could smell anyway and they love you. Maybe somebody in your life needs an animal. It's a big thing. You have to know somebody well. But, you know, one of the best gifts I ever received in my whole life was my Pomeranian. I came home one day for my birthday and she was on a couch in a box. Very, very daring for my Aries ex to just hand you a baby. But, I mean, in the end, she was the best thing I've ever received, besides maybe my cat now. You know, so sometimes you don't know. Maybe I need to feel that out. Let me pull some more cards. That was a weird one to pull. Capricorn, what do we have? Let's do another oracle. Religious factors. So your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. I didn't expect that one. All right, let's pull another. This is the wisdom of the oracle. So we're tying some. It makes me think of the Four of Swords in this deck, which maybe I will just pull for you instead of the one I was going to use. And it has this guy in a teepee with his beard, looking like he's like John the Baptist that's been in the woods for a while, you know, and he's come to the point where he's just like risen up his hands and he's like, I don't know what to do, just help me, God help me, right? He's doing that kind of thing in the card, because I get a whole story. And then in the background of the card, there's like every little religious symbol from around the world, just sort of like haloing the card. And it's like, in the end, there's that point of view, that point of view, that one, that one, that one, that one. Perhaps they all have different facets or different angles of the same story or the same teaching. That's why when I do these videos, I try to keep it open-ended to whatever you believe and how you take this, because I am not judgmental at all in what you believe and what your path is. I only know my freaking self, and that's always changing, at least for me. I mean, I always come across truths in different facets and different things, nuggets that are truth, that make what I was taught when I grew up make more sense, because I was left with a lot of questions, you know. And I have a very religious-ish family on both sides, even though they're different. But my grandfather I never met was a minister. Who knows what he thinks of my tarot card readings? Hopefully he's supporting me somewhere around here. You know, I have 3 grandfathers. I hope are all looking at me and proud. You know, the other one was a mason and a hard-working builder. Built this porch I'm sitting on. I'm trying to fix the patio out here, Capricorn, myself with my bare hands because I got wrecked. So I'm taking stones out of the earth myself and I'm building this walkway to redo it. So I hope that grandfather is proud. You know, then I have another grandfather, a 3rd one. He's a doctor and he healed. So I hope in some way I'm making him proud and people are feeling a little bit healed or a little more inspired or a little more like they can do the healing themselves or continue that healing to somebody else. So, you know, in my past, I've dated other religions as well. You know, one of my exes was Jewish, and I don't think we had a problem with that, but it did bring up questions that I never thought of before dating someone that was different, that were issues, maybe not for me, but for his family or my family or whatever, or bigger questions that never came about had, excuse me, had you not, oh, I almost have to sneeze, had you not had the black sheep in your presence come in. You know, maybe I was the black sheep to them. I feel like I'm the black sheep anyway, but, you know, this is so personal. Religion is personal. It's an experience. It's a journey, and you learn more, and it unfolds, hopefully, as you go, and you're not doing your journey, doing everything you're told, because in the end, you know, there was a time we didn't even get the Bible to read ourselves. We had to rely on the fact that it's being, you know, God is talking to the minister, the priest, and he's the one interpreting the correct message for us, and we need to go with that. Now we can go on our phones and look it up ourselves and just see. So maybe be open-minded. Maybe it's harder for somebody that's never seen maybe this is a farm somewhere where they haven't had the experience of like somebody living in Manhattan or Tokyo or something where there's so many different people from all over the world that you get to have friends in all kinds of, different types. And that's cool. And it makes it varied and diverse. And you start to understand that you can have a friend that's exactly the same frequency as you, vibrationally, and from the same heart of love, and have a different faith, and it's okay, and you work together. Maybe it's a little harder when it's family, but all you can do is be good yourself. You can't change someone else, but you can be good yourself. So know yourself. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Tarot. This is the Voyager, Capricorn. I know I went on a roll and I didn't get to the tarot yet, but I'm going to hope that something I said was of importance to you guys. There. All right, Capricorn. 8 of Crystals. Synthesis. Alright, I grabbed this. This is the Morgan Greer, so I'm going to use it. 1 for Capricorn, highest, greatest good of everyone with spirit want to clarify the farm. Religious factors, synthesis, 8 of Crystals. So, things that go around, what you put out, you get back. Cycles, clarity of mind, making creativity and logic come together. So I think of music, I think of art. I see these gorgeous, I feel like this is the Temple of Ishtar. I hope that's right. There's a temple wall that is like all, I want to say turquoise and lapis, right? Like here, and it has these lions on it. You have a citrine. So citrine, completely erases negative energy. It's the merchant stone. If you have a cash register that you use, or if you can get a little piece of citrine and stick it in your pocket, you don't really need to cleanse it. It has that sunshine golden molecular energy in it, because you see yellow, right, as a frequency. It's a color. So that frequency is in that stone, and that color has a vibration, and that vibration has to go with chakras. So solar, right, plexus, being yourself, letting your sun shine, and abundance coming back in because it is truthful and wholehearted and pure in you, right? And if you stick it in, like, if you stick citrine in a register, it brings positive energy into your bar or your restaurant or your store, or, if you have a home business, put it near your computer. It just absorbs negative and puts out positive and amplifies that and amplifies the good. So, and then you have also, there's also tourmaline, onyx, rose quartz, desert rose, amethyst. So you have this abundance. I also see a calculator here and a RAM computer. So, and then if you look at computers, right? Computers, and in the RAM and inside a computer, crystals are what hold the memory. You can hold memory in plastic CDs, which are bullshit. Crystals are the real deal. It holds memory. It holds images. They're living things, and they remember. So maybe you need to look up the frequencies. I also see an emerald. There's a lot of abundance for you. Maybe you need to work to take something natural and cut it into beautiful facets that create it into something beautiful. Something tangible, something workable, like electronics. Maybe there's a lot of Capricorns involved with electronics. Maybe you're in an office, or you're like sitting in the city all the time and you're not inspired enough. Maybe you need to go to a farm. I don't know why religious. Maybe you work in an environment where there's people different from you. But this means you're both talented. You're both able to have synthesis in those different aspects. One more, Capricorn. That one. Page of Rods. Lighting your fire in something new. Seeker. Spiritual importance. There's something spiritually important about this synthesis in your life. Find how to combine these 2 different things together into one. Thank you, Capricorn. I'll see you soon.